I've long had intentions of making a solo leveling video, but I wanted to wait for all the episodes to drop for me to make a full video on it. But that's until I saw episode 9, and all I can say is Jinwoo was really in his bag. No BS, I had to discard the entire video that I was working on just to speak on this. But let me not waste any more of your time and let's get straight into it. So we start off with Jin getting a message about a raid, and when he arrives at the side of the gate, it turns out it's a bit of a reunion of all the double dungeon survivors. And not only is it them on site, the Megami looking motherfucker from episode 3 pulls up with 3 prisoners who are hunters that are gonna help with the raid so they can decrease their sentences. So they hop through the gate, and while they're in there, they were stacking up these goblin bodies like Tetris blocks. And because Jin was able to hold his own, Sung and Juhi took note of it. Jin, is this you? Is this really you? Look at you not getting dog walked. I am so proud of you. For once in your life, you're not acting like a bitch. And look, you even got a clean dagger. I am so proud of you, my boy. They end up finding 3 tunnels, which forces them to split up. And while they're apart, we end up finding Timu Megumi was hired to kill all the 3 prisoners by the father of the girl they assaulted. While he was busy finishing up that task, Grey Hair and Bandana stumble upon him as the tunnel they were in led into his. And since they're a pair of dumbass bitches, instead of doing the rational thing and running away without him seeing them, they choose to be like, what are you doing, man? We cut back to Jin and his crew walking, and they get disturbed by the sound of 2 grown men crying out for their mothers. So Jin and crew then dash over to Grey Hair and Bandana's location. So right now I'm gonna take a break from speaking about the serious matter at hand to speak about this worthless bitch Juhi. She arrives on the scene and sees niggas covered in blood and decides to do her best Tiana Trump impression and get on her knees. Bro, this is the one time you need it, but you need Jin to remind your retarded ass to do your job. And I'm not gonna lie, Jin is a better man than me, trying to help the very same niggas who abandon you. But unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you feel about the guy, he ends up dying. You know why? Because Juhi is more useless than Sakura on her period. Timu Megumi saw all of this unfold and was about to do all of us a huge favor and take Juhi off the map, but nah, Jin had to play Captain Save-A-Ho. Fucking loser. And just when Jin was about to start throwing hands, Sung grabs him on the shoulder and is like, nah, you're not built like that. I'll handle this from here. If only he knew. So Sung picks up Grey Hair's sword and asks Juhi to give him a buff. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna need you to give this hoe a round of applause, because this is one of the 2 times I'm going to compliment her, because this is one of the 2 times that she's ever going to be useful. After that, I'm going back to shitting on her. So Megumi goes in for the first blow, but Sung manages to block and hit him with the reversal. Unfortunately for Sung, Megumi was able to instant transmission weave that strike. So Sung then goes in for 1, 2, 3 strikes, which all then failed. From there on, Megumi was matching every strike Sung was throwing his way till he was able to deal damage to him. But guess what? Juhi was able to come in clutch, yes sir! So a round of applause for her. Yeah. Okay, you can stop now. You can stop. And when Megumi saw what she did, he thought to himself, yeah, this bitch is gonna be a nuisance. I gotta take her out. And while dashing over to Juhi, Sung tries to sneak him, but unfortunately he got blocked. Then he gets served up this Sonic the Hedgehog as combo, which left him wounded and on his knees. No BDSM. Juhi puts her hands out trying to heal him, but like I said, she's only gonna be helpful 2 times. Her free trial is over. She's back to being useless. Just when it looked like it was wraps, old man Sung pulled out a reverse card and tried to grill Megumi's ass, but unfortunately that did not work. And when he saw that, he was like, yep, time to go to early retirement. And it was at this point when Jin decided to step up to the stove and chef up something really special. Bruh, look at this shit. I have nothing to say. Like, I'm lost for words. The only thing I can say is that this shit is insane. Unfortunately for Megumi, because he got a little too cocky, his bloodthirst spiked up, and the system noticed that, and that turned him into an objective so that Jin could level up. And he did not waste any time. He hit that Goku warm-up. I had to pause this episode and I was like, yeah, GG Megumi, GG. But it turns out Megumi still had a few tricks up his sleeve as he pulls out the stealth skill, which helped him land a blow on Jin. And when he saw that, he was like, yeah, this is gonna slow him down. But he didn't know Jin is built different. He doesn't need Juhi's worthless ass to help him with healing. He doesn't do that by himself. Megumi tried to go back with that stealth skill, but at this point it was wraps for him. Jin put him in a genjutsu and proceeded to fold him like laundry. The craziest part of this entire episode is that he did all this shit and was like, yeah, this was just the entree. Let me go body the dungeon boss.